What's up, everyone? It's Horfini with video number 2, and we want to give you an update on how we have been feeling since making the transition to a 100% plant-based lifestyle, as well as some few tips. So for me personally, I feel number 1, higher levels of energy. And since I'm eating healthy, I organically and naturally am more inclined to working out Monday through Friday consistently. Before, when I would eat, crappy, I wasn't motivated to work out, and that's usually how it works. They go hand in hand, and when you eat healthy, you're naturally inclined to want to work out. So higher levels of energy, eating healthier, working out consistently, and having more energy for everything that I do in my busy and amazing life.
Yeah, for me too. I felt like, I feel like I have way more energy. I had told you guys I had the autoimmune disease, and it's something that you just can't get rid of. And I was just always tired. All I wanted to do was sleep. And now it's like, just by changing the way I've been eating, I have more energy and I want to work out more. Like, you kind of want to be outdoors more. It's weird. But definitely, like, the energy levels are up. Every time you eat, it's not like that food coma sensation. If anything, once you're full, because your body's like, I have enough nutrients right now. Like, you don't need to stuff your face anymore. So those are for sure like the benefits that personally I've felt, as well as just all these random things. I would get like little blotches of eczema, all these little random things, and they just kind of all gone away, which has been really, really good. But today we're gonna also share with you guys the 3 tips on if you're trying to transition, things that have helped us that might work for you. Again, disclaimer, we're not doctors, nutrologists?
Yeah, nutritionists. Yeah, and we're not like, sometimes we get some very special vegan people that are really out there.
Yeah.
And we're not. We're like cool, sexy fucking vegans, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Anyways, you gotta, we're taking vegan to that sexy and exciting level, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, but also one of the other things that I have felt that has improved is just my level of compassion overall, knowing that I'm not contributing to a lot of the crazy things that happen with the food before it gets in front of you, like the slaughtering and all that. Like, I've become much more compassionate in general, but not just for animals, but just everything, like just a higher level of like interconnection. So yeah.
And lastly, and more importantly, the sex drive is up.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's just like
Mucho palo.
No, seriously though, these are the things that have worked for us. Again, they may not work for you, or they may, this is just things that
It'll work for you.
You may want to try because they've helped us in the transition. So tip number 1.
So tip number 1 that we have is to educate yourself, right? So educate yourself by like reading YouTube documentaries on what are the right things to eat in a plant-based lifestyle, because there's so many ways that you can eat, or there's so many types of vegan. Some people eat that are maybe make the transition, or they've just made it a bad habit that just because it's vegan, it's okay to eat it. And a good example is like Oreos are vegan, but
Teddy Grahams.
Teddy Grahams. What else? What are some other unhealthy vegan things?
There's a bunch of like chips.
Yeah, like a bunch of chips. There's a lot of stuff. You can't just eat like chips and Oreos and all these things. Like, there's no nutrients. So just because it's vegan doesn't make it healthy. So be selective, and the way you'll learn to be selective is by educating yourself on what are the right things that are going to give you, the right nutrients and vitamins and proteins and so forth. Number 2.
Yeah, and just to back off of that, when you go to restaurants, either they're vegan or not, look at what they're serving you. So it kind of just gives you inspiration, and try to just taste what it is they're putting in those plates or bowls, whatever, and then try to recreate them at home. That way, it isn't your typical salad and vegetables, because that's the number 1 thing we get asked, like, do you eat salad and vegetables? Like, yeah, we do eat that, but we also eat like grains and rice, and keep it fun and interesting. And YouTube is a mega tool, and it's free, guys. That's how we learned how to do the jicama, cauliflower ceviche. You can learn how to do vegan cheese, like all kinds of stuff, and it's free, guys, and it's easy, and you can make it at home.
And since my beautiful, amazing wife mentioned about when you go out to eat at restaurants, a lot of times people have no idea the difference, that there is a difference between vegetarian and vegan. So you might ask for something vegan and they'll bring you something with milk and cheese. So make sure you are very thorough and ask for, whatever you ask for, make sure it has no animal products. That includes any type of meats and cheeses and fish and all of that. So. And so tip number 2 is to plan in advance. So for example, on Sunday we go grocery shopping. By the way, Stephanie doesn't like grocery shopping. Huh. Yeah, so we grocery shop on Sundays and we plan in advance what we're gonna eat for the whole week. And that makes it a lot easier and better.
Yeah, that way there's no room of like, oh, I'm hungry, so I'm just gonna go to the fastest, nearest thing there is. You know what you're gonna eat, you know what you need from the grocery store, and yeah, just have a game plan and it makes it way easier.
And tip number 3 is to build a community of friends and like-minded individuals who are also on the plant-based lifestyle journey, so that you can educate each other, help each other, support each other. And we've even had like potlucks with our friends, and that's been amazing because we learn from each other. It's like if you have like 6 friends or 5 friends and everyone has like different recipes and everyone shares them with each other, that's really amazing. So tip number 1, educate yourself on eating the right things. Tip number 2 is plan what you're going to eat for the week in advance. Tip number 3 is to build a community and support group.
Yeah, you can even go to festivals. We've gone to festivals and I see stuff and then I try to make it at home. Or in YouTube, I'm like a mega fan of Ravana. She has all these like awesome
Let's do it!
Let's do this. She's so cute. She like has all these easy videos of stuff that you already have at home, and it's easy. There's all kinds of different people on YouTube that make it like easier for you to kind of build a community, just like you would watch inspirational videos. Same thing, like they inspire you to just keep on this plant-based movement. So yeah, guys.
But yeah, guys, follow us on YouTube and Instagram as Horfany, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
Adios.
Bye.